Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be discussing the different types of legacy rail sounds. Pretty much since 2006, all of the remote controlled engines they pretty much just say legacy rail sounds on them. And that's not really that specific. There is actually different kinds of legacy rail sounds that you might not know about. If you remember a long time ago, rail sounds, there was like a rail sounds 2, a rail sound, or just a rail sounds 1, rail sounds 2. I don't know about a rail sounds 3. Never heard of that. Probably does exist though. Then there was rail sounds 4.0. And everything 4.0 and behind Lionel does not own anymore. I think they actually sold that system out, and now like Atlas is using it in combination with TMCC to make engines. They're Lionel compatible, I guess. So, but what I want to start with here is railsounds 5.0. This SD90 Mac right here is 5.0 equipped, and it is a TMCC engine. Now, one thing before I really go into this, railsounds 5.0 is not legacy railsounds. Railsounds 5.0 is pretty close to legacy railsounds. The only difference in between 5.0 and 5.5 is the coilable whistle, I guess, or horn. You get the variable pitch on the horn with railsounds 5.5. But 5.0 does not have that. They have what they call multi-horn, which still, I think, has 2 or 3 different levels of horn, except for you can't control them. Basically, I think they work by how fast you're going, and you can trick it with how you push the button as well. Actually, on the TMCC remote, if you hit it a couple times in a row, it'll give you something different, but that is 5.0 for you. It is not legacy railsounds. I have heard quite a few different reviews where they tell you that it is equipped with railsounds 5.0 and it's a legacy engine. No, it's not true. There are certain engines that came out in 2006 that do have railsounds 5.0 on them that are equipped with legacy, but you notice that those engines are not marked for legacy railsounds. The next step up from 5.0 is where you get into the legacy railsounds start. And railsounds 5.5 is the next one. And 5.5 is basically, like I said, no different than 5.0, except for it has a coilable horn / whistle, or whatever you want to call it, the variable horn thing. That's what I usually call it. The next step up is 6.0, which is what I've got back there on all those SD70s. All the Heritage units. And again, it's not that much different. It is improved a little bit. Actually, another thing about railsounds 5.0 and 5.5. Railsounds 5.0 and 5.5 will also... It acknowledges the road name and road number of your engine. For example, this UP SD90 Mac here is numbered 8048, and it is Union Pacific. And whenever you hit a crew talk dialog, it will say something like Union Pacific 8048, come to a stop, or you're clear inbound, or you're clear to go, or please hold, or whatever. Once you get past 5.5, so in 6.0, 6.0 is where you stop getting that, unless you get like a Vision Line engine. Like these ones, all these SD70s back here have the exact same soundboard, and they are not that particularly good because of that. And the sound system's okay, I guess. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than 5.5, I would say. And the next step up from 6.0 is not 7.0. It is actually railsounds Lite. They have put in letters this time, and that is spelled L-I-T-E. And that is where automatic sequence control comes in. So that is where you get a few more added features compared to pretty much all the other ones that I've just talked about. You can fill up your engine with fuel, and you can, I think they call it like real-time fuel and speed or something like that. And what that is you go around the track and it'll say something like, we've got a full tank of fuel and we're at limited speed or something like that. I think you have to, yeah, it's aux 1 and then the crew talk dialogue in order to get that to work. So that is, like, the railsounds 5.0 is not technically legacy railsounds, I guess, but, and if you're wondering how to find out what you have because your engine is just marked for legacy railsounds, what you do is you go on Lionel's website and you go to the parts. I think you go to like service and repair or something like that, and you go to replacement parts and you look up whatever your engine is, and then you go down and you find what the soundboard is, and that will say on there what it is, if it's either legacy or, well, I'll say if it's 5.5, 6.0 or light. Hopefully I'm not messing that up, but that's how I figured out all these, what all these are, and I figured that's how you can figure out what yours are. Some of those engines don't actually have a parts list on them. Just as a warning, like that Rio Grande back there engine doesn't actually have a parts list. All you can buy for that is the memory module for some reason. And the other 5 engines back there you can buy everything from. Which is funny because the Rio Grande is the one that actually needs replacement parts. Of course. It has a cracked snowplow and a damaged body. The handrails are damaged on it. I'm not going to go into that, but funny story actually. But anyhow, the legacy rail sounds is actually a few different kinds of sounds, and I'm not really sure if they're gonna, you know, they might end up with rail sounds light 2.0 or something next, instead of keep going up with 7.0 and things like that. So yeah, that is how you figure it out. They're all marked on, you know, railsound 6.0 or whatever. From what I found, it is railsound light, L-I-T-E, for these newer engines. I'm not sure why it didn't keep going up to 7.0, but I guess it's just how it goes. So anyhow, that's about all I have to know. That's about all I know about these sound systems. And if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. So I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.